Peoples, I don't remember if I said hi to you today, but if I have not, hello. I hope your day is going awesome. I really do. So today I am just getting wrapped up with work, and I've got some projects. My old pickup truck dug out of the snow and jumped because I'm sure it needs to be jumped, so I can bring it over to my folks. They've got some wood that I think we're going to acquire from them. They offered me some of their wood. They don't use their wood for their wood stove. I'm gonna go do that. And then also my sister Heidi bought a brand new oven microwave combination for my parents. It's super old and we're gonna go replace that. Just came in and we're gonna try to replace the 30-year-old one. Let's get this thing cleaned off and on the road. This is a 95 GMC short bed, and this was actually in our wedding video. This is what I drove my wife away with from the reception. If I was this old pickup. It looked a lot nicer then, but ironically, out of all the vehicles we have, which we own older vehicles, this is our oldest one, and it is the one that most people ask if they can buy from me. Don't know why. I think it's just because it's old school, but it's still new enough school. It gets pretty good gas mileage for truck standards. These are actually good cables. Yes! Electrician and you don't have spare jumper cables around, the nice thing about that is you can always make them. This here is the old one. He's going to go bye-bye, and the new one is right over here in the living room, right here. So hopefully this will fit. We're gonna find out. We might need to modify the wall, possibly, maybe even the drywall. Out we go.
Hello, happy peoples. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. We're doing pretty awesome here. I'm feeling better, just day by day. For those of you wondering, doing really, really good. We are on it.
Something was under the snow.
What? Something was under the snow?
Look it.
That is.
Look it. It leads all the way to there.
Oh my goodness! It leads all the way there. It's an extension cord. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Get that ripped up out of the snow. We are actually on a new camera. Tell me, guys. Tell me what you think. This is recording in it right now. The reason why we got this camera, I kind of really like videography. I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's a creative outlet for me. And it's just fun. I enjoy putting the vlogs together and doing different components. So I love being able to incorporate drone footage. I love being able to incorporate GoPro. Different angles, wide angle, close-up angles. I love it all. I think it's fantastic. So the reason why we got this camera is to be able to incorporate slow motion. I love slow motion in videos. I think it adds a completely new element. I think it is just a different component of what makes a video, even if it's just this little tiny minuscule little section. It tells a story, and that's what we love to do with our vlogs, is to be able to share our story with you. So let's go ahead and try out this slow-mo, see what you guys think. That'll be nice to me, because this is the very first time that I'll be editing slow-mo. So give me just a little bit of grace, and let's see how it works. But let's go see if I can get some slow motion. I'm excited.
You and I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together. Everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye. We'll stick together.
That's not too bad. Hashtag demo day. Because I don't see any structure under this corner. It looks like it's kind of, or maybe this came up. No, I think it was just, this has just been crooked for like 27 years, Dad.
It could be too.
Nice. Nice.
Kind of looks better than the other one.
Ooh, look at that. Maybe we'll leave the shim, maybe I'll leave it sticking out a little bit maybe so we can kind of ride in some.
Box said 200 pounds. Are you in?
I'm in on my side. I can't see this side.
Yeah, and I can. There we go.
We actually ended up running out of wood, and Mom and Dad here have quite a bit of wood, so they said that we could go ahead and take some of it because they don't use it. They don't burn wood anymore. So Bert is gonna load that up here real quick. That's what we're gonna be doing, and then we're gonna get home and hopefully make some type of dinner. I was gonna make stir fry, but then my meat was like wonky and I had a punctured hole in the plastic. Honey, I might need to go get some stew meat.
What do we need stew meat for?
I was gonna make a stir fry.
Oh,
Doesn't that sound good?
yeah. On the grill maybe.
Oh, you wanna do it on the grill?
You like the bulgogi kind.
Oh, need to get some of those supplies. Okay, things just got a little bit more complicated. Anyway, let's go load up some wood.
Made it back home. I forgot I've got a 6:30 appointment to go show one side of our duplex that we have. For some of you who don't know, I guess, we have rental units. I think a total of six. They're like a long-term investment of hopefully will help out for retirement purposes. So I'm gonna go do a showing at a unit that just opened up because we really need that to get rented. So we're technically losing money by not having this thing rented. It's always a struggle trying to find like the perfect person to rent your unit. Let's go show the duplex. We did. So we built this one in 07. And I'm gonna roll lights here.
Yeah.
Get everything kind of turned on.
And this is the garage here.
This is the garage. And
Washer and dryer.
so washer and dryer hookups are over here in this closet.
Oh, okay.
Right, showing went well, and they're gonna go look around. That's the problem right now is it's a struggle to find a place to live. A lot of people are trying to buy houses because there's property values are starting to go up. It's harder to find a place here because we've got a lot of military influx. I don't ever worry about this too much. We usually, do 4 or 5 or so applications, and then we just have a point system that we pick people for. So we've been renting. We've been landlords since 2006, and It's been interesting. We've got some stories, let's just say. We've got some stories. All right, I think my wife is gallivanting around doing something. Not sure. She's picking out something for dinner. Let's go check in on her.
Let's get dinner started.
Coming to the end of a one-way street. Wish I could wake up, but it's not a dream. Staring at the wall right in front of me. Need to get away, I can stay right here. Every day I'm wishing that you were near.
All right, guys, so we're done with the dinner, and then we had a bit of an emergency roll in.
It was an emergency.
Yeah, okay, so Mom's car broke down again. She had to go jump her car, and it was one of them newfangled cars, and it was really hard to figure out, but she got it. So Mom's home, praise the Lord, we're here. But that got me thinking, good things to know if you live in Alaska, some good things to know how to do or should know about. I
wrote it on a sticky.
On a sticky. The first thing I wrote down is be able to jump a car.
That should be
able.
anywhere. Anywhere.
So, but
in my defense, it's kind of a newer model car. I'm not used to having newer model cars, so
I had a few calls on the terminals, but
FaceTime.
driving on ice. Gotta know how to drive on ice.
True.
If you don't know how to drive on ice, you won't be driving for very long.
Or the ditch will be your best friend. And how to read the roads, I think, is super important because a lot of times we'll have what they call black ice here, and you can't see it because it blends in with the pavement.
Yep.
So being very, very cautious and going slow on icy roads. Don't
Slow it down. Slow it down. Wearing the appropriate gear for the
Yep,
elements.
For the elements.
But you know, that kind of goes without saying. But just be prepared because temperatures can drop really fast here. So just if you are out for long periods of time, just be prepared. And with that, also with vehicles, having some gear in your vehicle is a huge plus.
Which I showed you that a few videos back. I showed you what I pack in my car when you're out and about when it's 40 below and all that jazz. So a link to that video, and that will be actually, I always get it backwards. Here.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I always
See if
think
we
it's
got-
here, but it's not. It's over here. Link there.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Airline miles.
Ooh.
Save your airline miles because it is very expensive to travel to Alaska or from Alaska.
No, it's expensive to get out of here, guys. It's
Yeah.
expensive to leave.
Yeah,
So
nobody wants to come here.
you're saving those airline miles, and there's actually, Visa, credit card, right?
Right.
Alaska Airlines, they give mileage for every dollar you spend, and then actually, is it a couple or just one fuel company?
There's lots of ways to get airline miles. I guess you can. There are even some debit cards, I believe, that can do it. Safeway, you get points for Safeway. But anyway, just being creative on airline miles is definitely a plus. How about this one? Can you start a fire? Like if you had to start a fire, could you do it with matches? I think that would be a very good thing to have, especially if you end up going to a dry cabin or like we got a fire going right here. And now I do mine with a torch, but if we don't have a torch, can you start a fire? I think that's a good skill to have.
Another great thing to be aware of and know how to do is being able to file for a PFD. If you guys don't know what a PFD is, it's a permanent fund dividend, and it's actually money that is allotted for someone who's lived here over a year. And
then made this your residency.
And made this your residency, right. And then you will get, like my mom, who just moved here in September, does not qualify for the PFD for this year. But she will be eligible for it the next year.
How do you sign up for that?
Basically, they have what is called a My Alaska permanent fund dividend. They've made it so simple. The state has done a really good job of making it so simple for people to file. Now, what I did notice this year, because you have deadlines too, so like the deadline for this year is like sometime this month. I think it's like the middle of March. They've made it so you have to answer it, and you're under penalty if you answer incorrectly by law. There's actually like a system that links your Social Security with it, and then they get back to you within 72 hours. It just was a little bit different this year. But yeah, being aware of how to do that, when to do that, and it's not just something that automatically like happens for you.
How about how to ride an ATV or a snow machine? They're a whole lot of fun. But in a lot of these remote villages, that's the only method of transportation. So if you decide you want to go to a remote village, you don't know how to ride a snow machine or a four-wheeler, you're walking. There are very few roads in Alaska. So there are places that you really need a snow machine or a four-wheeler or a side-by-side, as we call them.
If you're going to be an avid hunter here, you're going to want to make sure you know how to use that. Because, you have to go into the bush to be able to go hunt, generally, unless you're doing like with a bow or whatnot like that. But yeah.
So how to fish and how to hunt would be two other good things to know. You don't have to know how to do those, but the best thing to do if you do want to learn is just try to find someone who's done it a lot and tag along. For someone that wants to harvest a moose, you want to be with them and just learn as much as you can. And same with fishing. There's certain spots in fishing, but those are just some good.
You got to be real nice to
have.
those people, okay? Because those places are secretive wherever they're taking you a lot of times to hunt, right? Because there's special locations, so you need to be respectful of those people's locations, because people don't just hand out their hunting spots. Be familiarized with the laws. Be familiarized with the laws on what you're allowed to shoot, when you're allowed to shoot it. There's just a lot of laws that go into hunting here in the state of Alaska.
Last thing, because I don't want to make this too long, but let us know in comments down below if there's something you think we missed or something that we should add. But something to be prepared for is to save your money for heating fuel or wood for the winter time. A lot of Alaskans, we make a lot of our money in the summer when there's like 24-hour daylight. We're running full bore, and we'll forget we need to kind of store up some money for winter.
PFDs. Those are great to use for that. Those are great.
And when do PFDs normally hit?
October.
October, okay.
Yep.
A lot of people will save their PFDs for heating fuel or even to pay property taxes, because we do have property taxes.
It's a great idea. We don't generally touch our PFDs.
No.
And our kids get their PFDs. We don't take our kids' PFDs. The kids' PFDs go into their savings account or invested in something that can return value into their savings account. So,
Right.
yeah, be very mindful. That's a good one.
I think those are most of the ones I can think
That
of
we
off the top
just
of my
off
head.
the top of the head with a
Yeah, I just kind of scratched it
with
down.
a sticky note, because we were thinking about that, and like you said, it prodded being able to know how to jump a car or whatever.
And you don't think about these things until you leave the state and you come back and you're like, oh, you're supposed to, oh, that's not normal.
Because it's different. It's
Yeah.
different than living in a city that just doesn't operate like rural areas. And I know a lot of you guys are out in rural areas that have dealt with a lot of this stuff. So we're more talking about, the folks that are coming here that maybe have never been in a rural area and can drive, 15 minutes and be out in the middle of nowhere. I hope you guys really enjoyed the slow motion today. Let me know if you really liked it. I have not imported it yet, but I really hope you like it. I had fun with it.
Guys, we appreciate you coming with us today. We're going to go and cut the clothes out. Oh, we're being invaded. Sir, you're supposed to be in bed.
He's still not in his jam.
He said that he was sleeping in that.
That's jeans.
Oh, bud, you better go get in your jams.
Do you love your turtle shirt?
Mommy,
Do you love
Mommy,
it?
I
Hold
want
on.
to sleep in this with you. I never want
Do you-
to sleep with you guys.
Now the happy peoples know you sleep with your parents.
Yeah.
Like the shirt Miss Michelle got you?
What? What's
This
show?
shirt. This one. Miss Michelle.
Yeah. This one, yeah.
Do you love it?
No
Okay, well,
way,
we're going to
no
go get
way.
this little guy into bed.
Hey, Garrett, you want to go ahead and have them cut to the closeout?
Cut the clothes in 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. YouTube channel. Beep.
Coming to the end of a one-way street. Wish I could wake up, but it's not a dream. Staring at the wall right in front of me. Whoa.